Hello everyone, this is Afia Khan. Welcome back to the Full Stack Web Development course. In this tutorial, we are going to deep dive a little bit more into CSS and learn the following contents. We're going to see what is CSS box model, what is CSS text, what is CSS container, what is CSS padding, what is CSS margin, what are CSS images, and what is CSS visibility. I'm excited to get started and I hope the same from you. Let's get started with what is CSS box model. So box model allows to precisely describe or dictate how HTML elements can be displayed on the web page. It's like a container that is going to hold multiple properties that includes margin, padding, borders, and the content itself. It also refers to how HTML elements are modeled in browser and how dimensions of those HTML elements are derived from the CSS properties. Let's hop to the Atom text editor and check out the example for CSS box model. Now that I'm on the Atom text editor, I'm going to open this CSS files folder and going to create a file here. So I'm going to create first an HTML file for the box model. So I'm going to create a file by name box_model.html. Enter, and I'm similarly going to create another file with the same name but with CSS extension. So right click, new file, box_model.css. Go to this HTML file, write down the boilerplate code here by typing HTML. We get the boilerplate code. Write down box model here in the title. Then inside the body, first thing that we are going to have is the heading h1. Let's say h1 is going to have a text content something called top, and h1, let's take h1 again, and this is going to have a text content called bottom. So let me save this and let's run and check this file, like how it looks. So I'm going to click on this box model.html. Right click on that, copy the full path, go to the browser and check out. Paste the address. You can see it's displaying top and bottom, but it's displaying that as a normal text. We do not have any styling applied on it, right? So what we'll do is now, to this first heading on line number 8, I'm going to give a ID is equal to, let's say I'm going to give the ID to be top in order to style this h1 element. Also for the, let's make this h2 instead of h1. So ID is equal to, it's going to be bottom. Save this and we have to style this. Now what I'm going to do is, I'm first going to add the link of box_model.css here after the title inside the head tag by opening the style tag. So what I'll do is, or else we'll have the external styling, so we'll just give the link here. No need of style tag because we are doing the external CSS styling because we have already created the .css file. So we need to just give the link for it. So I'm going to write link. It auto completes with rel is equal to style sheet. Here we need to give the name of the style sheet. So I'm going to take out all of this and say box_model.css. Contrary, you can also create a style tag here, and inside which you can write the code, the same code that we are going to write in box_model.css. Save this. Now go to this box_model.css. Here we can write our CSS styling. Because we have h1 and h2, we have applied ID attribute on it, so we have to style the ID top and bottom. So how do we style the ID? We style the ID attribute with the help of hashtag and write down the name of the ID, top, open the braces, and here we can specify some properties. Like I want to give the border first. Let's say the border that I want to give is 4 pixel, solid blue. Also I want to specify the width. Width is, let's say, 25%. Let's give the text alignment as well. So let's say the text alignment is center. So let's just stop here at this point and go and check how it looks. Then we can come in again, continue the coding. So I'm going to go here, refresh, and check how it looks. Can you see the content is black in color? We haven't given any text color, that's why. And you can see it's created a blue color 4 pixel solid border over this, and it's taking the width of 25% of the complete 100% width of web page, and the text alignment is center. Otherwise it would have been written here on the very left hand side. Now what I want is here, I also want to specify the margin. So let's say the margin is I'm going to first say it's going to be 10 pixel, then 20 pixel, then let's say 100 pixel and 400 pixel. I'll tell you how I have taken these values. Let me first go and run and check how it looks. Can you see? This margin is 10 pixel, 20 pixel, 100 pixel and 400 pixel. Now how are we taking these values for the margin is, here I'm going to write it as a comment. It's going to start in this way. How do we write the comment? We write in this way. First it has to take for top, then it should be right, top comma right comma bottom left. This is a sequence, top right bottom left. So this is top right bottom left. So I'm going to comment this, close the comment here, oops, save it and go and refresh. Alright, so what else I can do here is I'm also going to comment this margin, and let's take the margin again and let's keep auto this time and check what happens if we keep the margin as auto. Will it make any change or no? Can you see it has been little more, it has been moving a little more in the center, so it is exactly in the center of the web page, if you can see. So this is what auto margin does. Now that we have done for the top, I'd like to apply the CSS styling for the bottom as well, because the ID for the second heading H2 is bottom. So I'm going to start the styling with hashtag, name of the ID is bottom. Inside this, again I am trying to give the border here. So border is, let's say again 4 pixel, solid, let's take red this time. Let's take width to be 50%. Save this and go and check how it looks. Refresh the page. You can see it's solid 4 pixel, a red color border, and you can see we haven't given any text alignment, so it is keeping the text in the left hand side only, and it has covered the 50% of the web page width. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to add a let's say padding to it. Padding is, let's say 200 pixel, give a colon and say 200 pixel. Then also I want to give a text alignment. Let's say I'm going to give the text alignment to be center. Save this and run and check how it looks. There we go. You can see all the 4 sides, that is top, left, right and bottom, it's taking 200 pixel padding. Padding is nothing but the space that is created between the content and the margin is known as padding. So you can see here it creates a margin of 200 pixels, all the 4 sides, and this text has been aligned to center here. If you want, you can even change the color of the font. Let's say I'm going to give the color of the text. Let's say I'm going to give red, and for this I'm going to give blue. Let's go and check if this works. Save this, refresh the page. There we go. You can see here the text color has been changed to blue for top, and for bottom it has been changed to red. I hope it's clear. Now that we are done with CSS box model, let's move ahead with what CSS text is. So basically we use CSS text in order to manipulate the text using CSS properties. So text can be manipulated using CSS properties. We have certain properties that we can apply on the CSS text. So those properties are like, we have color property that is used to set color of a text. We have the direction property that is used to set the text direction. We have the letter spacing property that is used to add or subtract space between the letters that is going to make up a word. Then we have word spacing property that is used to add or subtract space between the word of a sentence. We also have a text align property that is going to align the text of a document, that can either align the text to the center, to the left hand side, or to the right hand side. Then we have the text decoration property that is used to underline, overline, and strike through the text. We also have the text transform property that is used to capitalize text or convert text to uppercase or lowercase letters. Let's hop to the Atom text editor and check out the example for this. Now that we are on the Atom text editor, I'm going to right click on the CSS files folder, create a new file, and let's name this as css_text.html. We'll first create an HTML file. I don't want to create a .css file separately. What we'll do is we'll add the text here itself, or if you want, you can style separately as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to write the HTML boilerplate code, and let's say this is going to be CSS text. Now what I'm going to do here is I'm going to add a paragraph, okay, and that is going to say something like, this text is written in blue. So I want to actually color this text to blue. So how do I do that? I'm first going to copy the full path of this, right clicking on the css_text.html. Let's go and copy that path over here. You can see the output here. It says this text is written in blue, but we haven't applied any CSS style property on this, so it's showing the normal text that is in black color. So what we can do is we can do this in two ways. I'll first show you the inline CSS as well. So how we can do that, here I can even make use of the style tag. Style is equal to, I can say, color colon, let's say the color that I'm going to use is blue. Save this and just run and check if this is going to give the output in blue color. Can you see this has now turned the CSS text, that is, this text is written in blue to blue color. Now the next thing that we are going to study is about setting the text direction. So how do we do? I'm again going to make use of another p tag, and let's say this is going to have some text. This text will be rendered from right to left, and I'm going to apply the style property to this. Let's say p style is equal to, I'm going to say this is direction, and this The possible values for the setting the direction are LTR or RTL, where LTR is left to right and RTL is right to left. So we are doing from right to left, so that has to be RTL. Save this and run and check. You can see the text is now rendered from right to left. If we write left to right, the output has to start from here. So this is working. We have successfully set the text direction. Now we'll see how to have the spaces between the characters as well. So the third thing that we are going to study about is having the space between the characters or the letters. So how do we do that? I'm again going to make use of a p tag, and inside which I'm going to write the content as this text is having space between letters or alphabets, and I'm going to apply the style to this paragraph p tag. That is, style is equal to, let's say, letter, should be inside quotation, hyphen spacing. Letter hyphen spacing is the CSS property. Let's say we are trying to give the space of 5 pixel. Save this and run and check. Can you see this text is actually creating the spaces between the letters? After T and H there is a space of 5 pixel. After H and I there is a space of 5 pixels. So each and every letter is having the space of 5 pixels in between them. So that is why it is looking very spaced. This sentence is looking very spaced because of 5 pixel space in between all the alphabets or letters that we have used inside the content. Let's also see how to set the space between the words that are going to make up the sentence. So for that, again I'm going to make use of the p tag. So p, let's say it's going to be p style is equal to, let's keep the style as it is and first write down the content. This text is having space between words. So p style is equal to, like for the letter we have used letter hyphen spacing. For the word we take word hyphen spacing, give colon 5 pixel. Save this and run and check. Refresh and check. You can see the words are actually having the spaces 5 pixel. The word this is having the word text is having the word this in text is having actually the 5 pixel space in between. Same as that with is in text. Is in having in space in between and word. All of these text words that are going to make up the sentence, this text is having space between word. All of these words are separated by 5 pixel space. If you want, you can check with other, like let's say this time I'm going to have the 7 pixel. Save this. It should be little having space a little bit wide. You can see it's giving more space now. So this was about how to have the word spacing. Let's check how to have the text alignment. How can we align the text? So for this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make use of another paragraph text, paragraph tag, in which I'm going to write, this will be, we are going to see all the possible ways of text alignment. So we'll first start with the left aligned. So I'm going to say left aligned. I forgot to write text here. This text will be left aligned. Similarly, next, this text will be center aligned. P tag. this text will be right aligned. Now that we have all of these paragraph tags and text, we are going to apply the style on this. Let's say style is equal to text hyphen align colon, first one is left. Save this and refresh and check if it's going to give us the right output. You can see this text will be left aligned. Left aligned will not show any difference because usually this text starts with left hand side only. So I'm going to have this style is equal to text align. That should be right. And style is equal to text align center. Let's save this and refresh the browser and check the output. Can you see? Oh, this is center, but why is this? Okay, I think there's some mistake here. Okay, this has to be actually center and this has to be right. My bad. Let's refresh and check if this works. Can you see? This text will be left aligned, this text will be center aligned. Okay, why isn't it working for center aligned? Okay, here that should be aligned. I wrote it as H instead of N. Now you can see this is giving the right output. So the text aligned at the left side, the text is aligned at the center, and the text is aligned at the right side. So this is basically the text alignment that we can do with the CSS. Now let's see how we can decorate the text. So text decoration is basically we will demonstrate how to decorate a text. The possible values could be we can underline the text, we can overline the text, or we can strike through or line through the text. Let's take the example. So I'm going to write, let me first comment here saying this is text decoration. I'm also going to comment for the above stuff we did. Okay, because this is an HTML file, I can write like this, text decoration. Oops, this ways, because it's an HTML file, we need to write the HTML comment here. Now open the p tag, and here let's say the content is this text will be, let's start with underline. So I'm going to say this text will be underlined first. Let me write another paragraph tag that says this text will be strike through. We'll write one more for the overline. So this time I'm going to say this text will be overlined. Let's style this. Let's say p style is equal to, use the text decoration property, text hyphen decoration, specify the value to it. For underline, we are going to make use of underline. For is equal to text decoration, let's say line through. Then here style is equal to text decoration is line. Oops, this has to be overline. Also, we'll take one more p tag, and let's say this text, we'll also check for the blinking effect. So I'm going to say this text will have blinking effect. So for that, we'll open up the style as equal to text decoration blink. Save this and go and check. I'm going to refresh this page. You can see the first output we're getting is for underline. This text will be underlined. The next one is strike through. This text will be strike through. Overlined is also, you can see there is a line above the text, and this text will have blinking effect is not showing any effect. Let's see why it is. Because I missed the quotation here. Let's save and run and check again. Refresh the page. My bad. Let's check. P style is equal to text hyphen decoration. Save this. Let me refresh again and check. Because blink property is depreciated and it's not supported by the current modern browsers, it's not working. So I'm just going to comment this, but this is one of the text decoration property that we can use, but because it is depreciated, it's not supported by the modern browsers. Now the last text decorating property that we are going to study is about how to set the text cases or transform the text. So here I'm going to write a comment as text transform. Open the p tag, paragraph tag, and let's first write the content as this text. This text will be capitalized. This text will be capitalized, meaning it has to change the complete text content into capital letters or uppercase letters. Then this text will be in uppercase as well. Let's see what is the difference between capitalizing and uppercase. Then see p tag, this text will be in lowercase. So I'm going to apply the style property here for the first paragraph tag as text transform colon capitalize. Then style is equal to text transform. This is for uppercase, and style is equal to text transform. This is for lower case. Let me save this and check what output it's going to give. Go to the browser, refresh it. You can see this text will be capitalized. So what is it doing? Wherever we have small letters as the first letter, like we have this text, for the new word we have T as small, so it's capitalizing that. We have W, it's capitalizing that, as well as we have B, that is capitalizing capital B. So it's making, capitalize is nothing but making it the title case or camel case. Then we have this text will be in uppercase. It's going to transform all the characters or alphabets in uppercase, and this text will be in lowercase, is going to transform all the characters in a lowercase. So this was about the text decorating properties and also CSS text uh, that we have seen. And also I'm just going to comment the above thing, like this was to set the color property and this was to set the direction. Set direction. Let me write set text direction here. Then this is letter spacing. This was word spacing. Then we have this as text alignment. Alright, so this was about the CSS text. Let's go back to the deck and see what is the next topic that we are going to move ahead with.